George Michael's will remain secret a year on from his death, as his grieving family are desperate to stop it being published. The superstar, who passed away on Christmas Day last year aged 53, left behind an estate worth £105 million. George Michael's will remains a secret, but what will happen to all that is yet to be made public, with George's childhood pal Andros Georgiou claiming his relatives are determined to keep it private. He told me, "The will is all done but the probate is still holding it. Wills are public once read, but I think George's family are trying to stop that. That's what the delay is. They want it to be sealed, like the toxicology report was after his death." Childhood pal Andros has shed some light on what's going on with George's estate. Kenny Goss speaks to The Sun on Sunday about pop legend George Michael. In terms of the will contents, I heard the Goring house will be sold but Highgate will remain for a while. It's kind of a base for the family. Fadi Fawaz and Kenny Goss are not included in the will, but Fadi may get the house in Regent's Park just to keep him quiet. Since the singer's death, Fadi has been living in the house in Regent's Park, North London, where he is believed to be spending Christmas alone. George's family are expected to visit his grave at Highgate Cemetery this weekend. George Michael's lover Fawaz Fadi pictured walking in London this week. George Michael left behind an estate worth £105 million. His sisters Yoda and Melanie last night wrote about their grief in a poignant message posted on his official website. They wrote, "This year has been a series of new and tough challenges for those of us close and loyal to Yug, not least of which was steeling ourselves this month to hear Last Christmas in December songs streaming out of shops, cars, and radios, as they have done for decades, knowing he's no longer here with us, missing him. This Christmas will be hard without him, but we know we are not alone in mourning the anniversary of his loss, and that the sadness of our wider family and true friends is shared by many of you." George Michael's sister Yoda shared grief-stricken message online. George Michael's sister Melanie wrote about her grief in a poignant message. George Highgate home Jug, who loved Christmas, and always hoped it would snow, would want each of you that admired and loved him, to take a moment, raise a glass, enjoy his music and think of him fondly, making sure to enjoy your time with, and appreciate your family and friends. Yog shared his music with all of us, and many of you connected deeply with his words, yet in life, many hold their own important words and feelings inside, as so often they are the hardest to say out loud. So if you can, in his memory this year, take a moment and a deep breath and say those "I love yous" out loud. We all think there is time, don't we? But, just maybe, it's later than you think. Fans lay tributes to the late singer in London. George Michael in amazing performance of Careless Whisper in China in 1984. Pals fear Fadi Fawaz is struggling, 1 year on from his lover George Michael's death. He was spotted this week forlornly shuffling alone around the streets of London. Fadi Fawaz vowed never to speak of the day he found his lover dead, adding, "I don't see the point in telling the worst day of my life to the world. There will never be anyone ever again love, that is the truth. He will spend Christmas with pals in the countryside." An insider said, "Friends are worried for Fadi. The anniversary of George's death is soon upon us. It is a harrowing time for Fadi. He still feels lost and raw." Xmas vid was filmed in Mist of Whiskey. George Michael and his pals sank dozens of bottles of vodka, whiskey and wine on a 3-day bender as they filmed the video for seasonal Wham hit Last Christmas. The festive tune reached number 2 in the charts when it was released in 1984, and George and Andrew Ridgeley got their mates involved for the video. From Wham's Last Christmas video, filmed in a drunken haze according to his pal. According to George's best pal Andros Georgiou, the boozing started early and got serious on a 4-hour coach journey to the Swiss Alps, as the gang swigged from bottles of vodka. He revealed that George was so drunk by the time they arrived that he fell over for real while filming scenes that saw him chase his love interest in the snow. And Andros, seen here in the video wearing a red shirt, told me George was completely smashed when they filmed the snowball fight with him and actress Kathy Hill. Heading out in the snow filming Wham's Last Christmas, the drinking had started at Heathrow and we carried on during the bus journey to the resort, which took a really long time. It wasn't beers, it was vodka and wine. When we arrived, we went straight into filming but we didn't stop drinking. We had whiskey and brandy in hip flasks while we were filming on the ski lifts. We had a few extras but it was mostly people we knew so it felt like a party. Warning: use of this copyright image is subject to the terms of use of BBC Pictures. George Michael is one of the most loved stars of his generation. Of course there were reshoots and more reshoots. The team kept refilling the wine bottles on the table, and we kept polishing them off. When George had to chase Kathy in the snow outside the chalet, he was so drunk he just went flying. He was never meant to fall over in that scene. The team were going to cut it out, but they decided not to in the end. I'm delighted they didn't. If I had been necking whiskey all day, I'd be flat on my face too. Video for Last Christmas by Wham with late frontman George Michael. Liam I's first Noel. The season of goodwill hasn't extended to Noel and Liam Gallagher over the past decade. But Liam plans to bury the hatchet this year over a turkey dinner, just days after posting a cryptic tweet about their relationship. Festive spirit. Well, Noel and Liam Gallagher at least appear to be talking again. He wrote, "I wanna say happy Xmas to teaming. It's been a great year. Thanks for everything. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow as you were LGX. But don't get your hopes up about Santa daring an Oasis reunion next year." Noel and Liam have constantly been linked with an Oasis reunion, but there are no plans at present. Liam said, "God no. Oasis isn't getting back together. It's still the same. It's just no more slagging. I'm gonna try and see Noel at Christmas. At least Liam will have someone to pull his cracker with over a festive pud." Stormzy has had an award-winning year, and raked in a ton of cash. Stormzy raked in £2.6 million during the 12 months to February. The Brit Award winner set up 4 companies to handle his earnings, with figures for 2 firms revealing the tidy sum. Accounts for #Merky Touring reveal assets of £1.9 million under the Grime artist's control, while Stormzy Limited has declared assets of £712,675, up from £213,497 the year before. Combined, he has funds of £325,000 after paying creditors. That's enough for more than a few mince pies. Jack Whitehall denies sending Holly Willoughby racy snap of his penis. Troubled and McPartlin jets home for Christmas with Mum. Without his wife, Ollie Murs moves on from Mel Sykes and starts messaging Amber Davies. Corey's Eva Price to discover she's pregnant on New Year's Day. Catherine Tildesley confirms she has quit Corey and will leave next year. Pushing the boundaries. Singer Nicki Minaj continues to push the boundaries of clothing in her latest music video. Nicki Minaj clearly has a favorite asset, and I'll give you 2 big guesses. Hint: X marks the spot. The rapper donned black strips of tape and not much else in the video for FARRUKO's Crippy Kush remix. Curvy Nicki should think about warming up this festive season. Nicki Minaj goes topless in bondage-style outfit for raunchy new video. Crippy Kush. It's saying something when Nicki is able to make most of Lady Gaga's get-up look prudish. I'm all for flaunting what you've got, but I can't help wishing for the old days of music videos when Jerry Horner's push-up bra was as raunchy as it got. I hope Nicki has covered up by the time Santa arrives this eve.